people. Hey, so we wanted to get on here real quick and tell you we made another plan with our journey here on this cycling coast to coast. So we've decided to bail out on our original plan and totally, for sure, totally skip Montana.
The rest of it.
The rest of Montana. You know, we had the plan to go up and try that adventure route north, from the Venture Cycling Company. And we kind of processed it over, you know, and then we just had a gut feeling it just didn't feel right. We had a plan to go. My cousins were going to... The Highway 2 from Kalispell is really dangerous. So my cousin was going to drop us on past that and then start. But we just didn't feel right about it. Our gut feeling is just like, just doesn't feel right. It's not our thing. Feels dangerous. It's not fun.
Yeah, when you're white knuckling it all the time and you're just in that roar of traffic as it goes alongside you, it's not fun. And I know people do it, and I know that, you know, perhaps they're more used to it or it's not a factor. And I don't know if that's because we're used to being backpacking and being out where it's totally quiet and you're kind of in like moving along is more of like a meditative state. I don't know if it's the comparison or what, but I was just like, this is not doing it for me.
Yeah, and you know, it's doable. People ride across the country all the time, and there's a lot of routes that they do, and people do it and are successful and love it. So it's not that it's not doable. It just didn't feel right for us. We just felt like we were putting ourselves at risk. That we really didn't want to do that. We don't really like doing that. We love our life, but also it just was not like, you know, when you're on the rail trails, you're in nature. You can hear birds. You can, you know, you feel a little bit better, just more our style than just being on a road with noise and loud. And you know, the roads were not designed for bikers. There'd be shoulder sometimes, and sometimes it'd disappear, and people are going 70 to 80 miles an hour. It's just not our thing. So I said, you know, Annette had her 65th birthday not too long ago, and I'm not too far behind her. And we were just talking about if we're lucky and live to 85, that's 20 years. We only have 20 more summers left. That we really want to make sure we do everything.
Choose wisely.
Choose wisely. So many things we want to do and so many things to do, and we want to enjoy every minute of that. So as we're rolling down through those and thinking about doing those roads, we're like, and this is how we're going to spend one of our summers. I mean, not all of it, but you know.
I mean, parts of it are fine, and the adventure of it was fun. Like, I felt like on the positive side, we felt really good about how our bodies did. Like we got, you know, we did fine. We were getting stronger, and we felt good, and
we didn't have any issues with cycling. Like no ailments, totally got our butts used to the saddle. Legs were strong. I felt great riding. Even that road ride, as far as physical, we felt great. We were like, man, this is awesome. But it wasn't that. And so we'll keep riding some because we loved it and we enjoy that part of it. We just have to figure out how we want to do it. And so anyway, we just decided. So my cousins were driving us to drop us off, and I said, I just don't feel right. So let's not do it. And so Annette and I both are like, yeah, it doesn't feel right. So they turned around because they had their bikes in the truck, and they were going to drop us off, and then they were going to go to Glacier National Park and ride their bikes. And so all four of us
went to Glacier.
And this is what we were like, yeah, this is what we like. Just you're in the woods and it's peaceful. So it was great. That day was great. So anyway, our plan is it's hard to travel with bikes, we find out too. Some trains and buses take them, some don't. Can't get good info. So we're leaving our bikes here with my cousins because our Glacier trip is coming up anyway. So we'll get home or get to my brother's house in South Dakota and get our truck and trailer, head back up and get our bikes when we come back up to go to Glacier. And then we'll make a plan from there. I mean, we might decide to do the rail trails after we get done with our Glacier trip and do it different. We would probably, it's hard when you're trying to avoid roads because you need a vehicle to move yourself past that. And so
it's almost like you need a support vehicle, or for us, I mean, we're just like, no, we're just really not into riding those highway.
Yeah. So we could take our truck and trailer and ride some of them and support ourselves that way, or we might do something totally different.
Yeah, we're gonna enjoy ourselves. We're gonna do something that's challenging but fun for us, where we feel like, oh yeah, this is us. This really fits us.
Yeah, and we don't. It wasn't a hard decision. It was just, we were having fun and we wanted to make it across. That was a goal. But when we got washed down the river in Yellowstone on the CDT, we kind of said, we need to be really smart. Part of being in the wilderness and doing adventure stuff is to be really smart about what you're doing and not get lost on your goal, that you compromise good decisions and safety, that you really pay attention. You have to stop and step back and really. And so we said, we need to really make sure we do that as part of being, competent in the wilderness. You can always push through. Annette and I could have kept riding those roads. I mean, because we had the physical ability to do it. But you want to make sure you're doing what's best for us. And are we happy and are we enjoying it? And so it wasn't, once we realized this doesn't fit us. This isn't, we had 700 more miles on a road just to get out of Montana. It just doesn't fit us and what we want to do and how we want to spend our time.
So
then it wasn't a hard decision. It's just kind of like, okay, but you know what? There's like a million other things to do. Now it's like picking what do we want to do next. So it's okay. I mean, we don't feel bad about it. I wish that it makes you realize how important that Great American Rail Trail idea is, because it sure would be great.
So awesome if there was a way to just ride on a bike trail across country. It would be amazing.
Yeah.
Just absolutely amazing.
It would be awesome. And you're safe.
So we should all put our energy in that direction.
Yeah.
Because
donate some money and get that rail trail in there, because that would be a really great way and safe way to cross. And the roads are just not made for cyclists for the most part.
I don't, and neither the transportation, all kinds of things that we could look at, but for us, I think if we're good, we feel good about it.
Yeah, I feel great about it. I don't feel upset or anything. I mean, I love the part we did. I loved it. I wish it was all doable like that on our scale, and what we want to do, that we could just keep going and loving it. But we just didn't enjoy that at all. Took the joy right out of it. And then we're like, what are we doing? This is our summer. We could have joy.
When you've got some like gigantic truck that's like you're like you're on your thing and you're like, oh my God, I mean, unbelievable. You just have to
Yeah.
You're just like, don't wobble.
I know.
Don't wobble.
Yeah, it's just that was just not fun. Yeah. It just wasn't fun.
Okay.
So anyway, we'll let you know what we're doing. We'll we'll figure it out and do something fun.
And it's a good lesson in trying stuff. I mean, we're not really afraid to try stuff and say, oh, no, that wasn't for us.
Yeah.
There's other things to try.
When we started this, we said to each other, we'll try, and then when we get to Montana, if the roads are bad and we don't like it, we'll just stop. Yeah. I mean, it's no big deal. So, I mean, we set a goal and you're going for it, but we're okay changing and if it doesn't work out, to do something else, we're okay with that. We're not struggling with that at all. We're just doing our thing and living our life. Like I said, if we're lucky, we might have 20 summers left. So we're going to make the best of our time that we're alive. So anyway, we appreciate everybody following and supporting us, and we'll let you know.
All the people that helped us up to this point, and we had some amazing help from people.
And we did a little gear video a few days ago, and I'll put that on just because people have asked our saddles and what gear we use. So I'll put that on. You can see kind of what the gear is that we use.
And the cool thing is, biking really is easier on your body. Yeah. Like my feet and my hip flexor, my hip flexor feels great. So it is easier on your body than
hiking.
Than hiking and the kind of the day-to-day pounding of that. So, it's definitely something, especially if you have some areas to ride where you live that are, safe situations. It's definitely something to consider doing, because we loved that. Parts that we loved.
Yeah.
And the parts that we hated, we're like, oh, this is really hard.
And I love the bike packing. I love it. I would just probably go to Europe, go some places where it's more set up for cyclists to go long distance. There's rail trails here that we can do. We've done the Katy Trail. We've done some trails. A lot of the rails to trails.
Maybe we need to totally rethink how you do it and do it like all on gravel roads or country roads, or I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
it would take a lot more time to plan that, but maybe.
yeah.
So,
We'll see. All right. We'll check
Okay.
in later.
all right. Bye.
Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other. So far as the echo, where do we start? You can learn to discover a million stars. Here in the shadows, I know you're scared. Take my hand, together we'll make a stand. We've got to fight to find a way. Dare to fall to find out what to say. No more hate. Just admit that you're just afraid. Time to let go of all your fears and pride. Stand up beside me, don't you hide. We can build a better place. If we can just find a way, then we can live a better day. Rise from the ashes, from the anger, from the war. Let's come together, lift your spirit for the cause. We should be equal, should be living free. All together, one and all, let's build a dream. No more hate. Just admit that you're just afraid. Let go of all your fears and pride. Stand up beside me, don't you hide. We can build a better place. If we can just find a way, then we can live a better day. 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 Together, one and all, let's live a better day.